gosh, Guy Tang, thank you so much for meeting up with the Salon Opinion team today, all the way from West Hollywood.
Yay! I'm so happy for this. I'm excited for the interview. I can't wait.
Thank you. It's awesome. You are the hero in so many people's lives across salons, across the world, through Periscope, through, oh my goodness me, so many platforms of social media. Guy, I just would love to start off by asking you, how did you start? I know that you've been in Los Angeles for about 5 years, yeah? Is that correct?
Yeah, about 5 years.
So from Oklahoma, you arrived there. What did you do? How did you start off? You would have started from scratch behind that chair, hey?
You know, I didn't have much money when I came to California. I just moved out, pursue my dreams and turn them into goals. It was really, really tough. I didn't have much money. I didn't have any clientele, because you guys know that when you start over in a new state or city, you have zero clients.
Sure.
And during that time, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I went through what a lot of people go through. You feel like, you know, am I gonna fail? Am I good enough? Mm-hmm. And, you know, even my first client I had, like, you know, challenged me. You know, like, we have this thing called Yelp where they review you, and I had like my first like bad star review. My first client, I had a bad star review, and it was actually a good thing. It was actually a good thing because it was preparing me for what's happening. Because when I'm from Oklahoma, it's a smaller town, nobody uses this platform called Yelp, and so it made me realize, like, I need to even be better than what I already am. I have to be the best that I can be for myself and for my clients out here, because the clients in LA is so different from the clients in Oklahoma. You know, the clients in Oklahoma want big hair. And when you come out here during that time, it was during the time where everybody was wanting the smoothing treatment. So everybody was wanting smooth hair. So it was like the opposite of what I was used to doing. But I needed that challenge. I needed that to be better. And during that time, I was a platform artist also for a hair product company, because I was already working with this hair product company when I was in Oklahoma. So when I transferred over to LA, I was still educating for them. So with that, it was my main source of income during that time, which helps me in the salon situation. But even though I was living in California, I wasn't working in West Hollywood immediately. I was actually working in Long Beach first. Okay. And so, yeah, I had to start over again. You know, after I built up a full clientele for a year and a half, it took me a while, but it was through social media that brought me clientele. It was Facebook. It was putting myself out there. Like, I remember passing out cards and just like everybody else. And then over time, I built a clientele there, but having to start over in West Hollywood, that's an hour drive apart. Clients won't transfer to me. So after I built up that clientele, I had to start over yet again, which is the biggest fear, because now I'm in West Hollywood, this is where it all happens, you know, is, you know, your celebrity clientele, your, you know, this is where dreams happen. So it was hard, but I put myself out there, because when I started making my first YouTube videos and things like that, it wasn't really, I didn't thought I was going to be a social media type of educator. I was doing it to build a clientele for myself. So during that time when I was promoting ombres and balayage and what I do, and during that time, keep in mind, that was like 2010 and 2011, balayage ombre was not that popular at that time yet. It was that ombre dip dye look. So everybody thought ombres were dip dye. So I made videos to break that stereotype, to show people how gradient and fluid the blend can be. And from that on, that's all it took. And all of a sudden, my clientele was so full that I was booked out over a year. I started attracting, you know, clients that were, you know, like Michelle Phan, who has over 8.3 million subscribers on YouTube. I started attracting Crystal Hefner, who is the queen of the wife of Hugh Hefner, you know, the Playboy Mansion and stuff like that. So I started attracting all these people and some celeb clientele, and it's all through this, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, just multimedia platform. And I didn't seek for them, they found me. And so I started getting almost 2 years booked out, and it became overwhelming and really quickly. And then somehow a bunch of hairstylists was, because I already had that background as an educator with the company before, I have that natural passion to really want to share and educate and motivate and bring up everyone. Like I'm all about bringing up this industry, and you know what I'm saying? So I want to share with other hairstylists through my platform. So I go, oh, well, let me show you more, because people were asking for it. Because originally it's just to build clientele, but since they were asking for it, I started sharing my formulas, and I started sharing some of my tips and tricks, and it brought me to where I am today with that.
Wow.
So,
and you have, what, 1 million, or just about 1 million people on Instagram alone, let alone any of your other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Well done to you.
That is so amazing. Awesome. That's an amazing story. Yeah. I mean, it just, it shows how you can just build a clientele really easily when you want to.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's that great thing. I mean, we love what you're doing because it's so dear to our heart, because we do the same, but we do the same with business. We just want to try and help people be more successful in their businesses, and so people like you and all the other people that are doing great stuff out there, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Really
We're going to change the industry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And once you put your vision out there, people will see it. Like, obviously my I guess my thing at that time was balayage ombre, and people were wanting it, and all of a sudden there it happened, and now I launched a Bellamy balayage hair extension line, and I launched a balayage kit. But I like to do more than just balayage. I like to do rainbow hair and block coloring and everything like that. But the balayage ombre is more of that wearable everyday hair, so that's what I teach the most, because that's what most people ask for. So,
cool.
But yeah.
Just coming back to us talking before about changing the industry, what would you change the most? What would you love to see change the most?
I like to see people be excited. I like to see people not, you could take your job seriously, but not take yourself so seriously. Just have fun. And I think that I want us all to have fun, because I think that's one of the things that sometimes we get criticized for having fun, because we get so serious, like it becomes so instructional, and so people. Because I remember the way I was trained originally as an educator, they were really mean to me. They criticized me. They tell me I can't be myself. I can't do that. I can't dress like that. I can't be who I am. But I think being an artist is about, whether you're a musician or a painter or a hairstylist or whatever it is a form of emotion, and a point of it's who we are. We let our character and emotions show through our work. And just like with Mariah Carey, when she sings, she's filled with emotion, her pain, her suffering, her heartbreak. It shows through the notes that she hit, and that's what makes the song beautiful. But if she was taught to sing like you have to be a robot and sound like perfect, then she wouldn't have that character that she has that make us all fall in love with her. As a hairstylist, I feel that that's the same way. We let our personality show through our work, because I've been told to change who I am. I've been told I can't talk like that. I can't teach like that. I can't laugh at myself. I can't, say crazy things and be zany like the way I have. And it's really hurtful. And it makes me, question about, I thought I got into doing hair because it's fun, but it became so scary at times. So I would like to take the fear out and to put the excitement. I think the excitement is the most important thing, because who doesn't want to be a part of something exciting? Who doesn't want to have fun? And no matter how young or old we are, we all want to have fun. And I think that that's very important to put that in the industry, is to celebrate it versus, I remember going to some of the hair trainings. I go in scared versus going in excited, and I leave crying versus leaving with a giant smile. So that's what I want to do in my platform when I do hair shows or I teach. I want people to laugh. I want people to be excited. I want them to leave feeling, just so like this feeling that like butterflies in their stomach. I want them to leave wanting more. I want them to leave not wanting to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say, and you've actually proved that with the numbers on your social media. You know you're right. That's what people want, isn't it?
They want real.
Yeah.
You're real.
And believe it or not, there's people still trying to change me,
Do they
Don't listen to them.
Do they have as many followers as you? I don't think so,
Yeah, they're like, this is unacceptable. How can someone have that much fun? This is not appropriate. Like, what? This is unprofessional. I was like, okay.
It's
but
crazy.
yeah, but I hope that I could break those stereotypes and really, and I think it's happening. We're seeing a huge change with education in the industry. I think we're starting to see a lot of people starting to have fun, and I definitely take notice of it. I'm starting to see it, so I'm really excited about that shift.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I think it's when you watch your YouTube stuff and you watch with the Periscope. The thing I love with Periscope, me and my daughter, we sing along and we laugh every time. Is your theme tune.
oh,
It's so cool. Yeah.
Come on, give us one.
Excuse me.
Love it.
And that sums it up. It's just really cool because straight away it gets you in a mood. It's just it's great.
That's cool. So it's really personal branding, isn't it? That's what it boils down to. From a business point of view, that's what you do is really great personal branding. Nobody can be you because they're not you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I think that's the thing. It's not about being me. It's about being yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're spunky, if you have an attitude, if you're spicy, be that person. Don't try to be me because it's like, I'm me and then you're you. I think that's the most important thing. We have Madonna, then we have Mariah Carey. I think it's important that it would be crazy if Mariah tries to act like Madonna.
Yeah, sure.
It wouldn't be real and it wouldn't be authentic. I think it's important that and you can be fans of both.
Yeah.
I'm fans of both of them. So you don't have to choose. I think that that's a great thing that everybody has their own thing, so that's the personal branding is be yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I think you said it, authenticity. I mean, that's a key word nowadays is authenticity, isn't it?
So you're saying about education out there, totally. There's a lot of talk, good and not so good, about various education that we've had over the last few years. One of the things that does come through that we get through Salon Opinion, because that's what it's about, everybody's opinion, is that I'd love to see more independent educators. What's your take on that?
I definitely feel like it is important to be educated to educate, because I feel like know the science and then become the artist. I was very grateful to work for a hair product company for 7 years as a platform artist and an educator. So I was well trained to understand the science behind it, the ingredients, the pH, whether it's acidic or alkaline demi or permanent, how the product works scientifically. So when I go in and educate, it's not just like, I'm just, I have followers on Instagram, so I'm going to teach you. That's not what it's about. It's more about we're all credible. It doesn't matter how many followers we have. I see so many talented hairstylists with only 500 followers, and I'm watching them, and I'm mesmerized by them, and I tell them how great their work is. So I feel like not being so consumed by numbers and seeking value through that, but seeking value through real education. So the part of independent education I do like is the liberation in the character that they're breaking the rules. We aren't following manufacturer's instructions per se. In the US, we use 130 volume, and a lot of the celebrity hairdressers use 130 volume where they'll just squirt it into their lightener to do balayage. or we'll do 50 volume, and it's like breaking the rules, but it works and it's safe if you know how to do it right.
Yeah.
So I think that with independent education, we're able to do that versus manufacturers education where we're controlled. You cannot say that on stage, and you cannot talk about 50 volume, or you're not supposed to add this additive to it. Where with independent education, we could be, I use Olaplex. Inside of my lightener, I use so-and-so, and no one's telling you that you can't, because you do it and it works, and that's the authenticity of it that our the stylists love. And that's where I started from. And so, however, because a lot of independent educators may not be well educated through the science, per se, and the ingredients in the product, that might be the part that might be a little bit that needs strengthening. So I always, when people ask me, I say it's very important to, work with a company first. It's okay to do that, because I feel like it's like going to high school first and going to college and then learning how to build yourself, learning the culture behind the product, learning the culture behind the brand, learning the ingredients and learning the history, whether it's learning the history of hair through Vidal Sassoon or a Redken Paul Mitchell Academy, learn those type of stuff. And then when you are, just like when you're finished high school and college, then I feel like you're qualified. You got your education, now you're ready to give back.
Sure.
Because a lot of times I feel like you have to put your ego aside. No matter how many followers you have, no matter how great your work is, it's not about me, Guy Tang, and it's not about the ego of the educator. It's about the stylist. Because when I teach, it's not about me. It's about that person you're engaging with. It's the person that is absorbing the knowledge. It's all about them. It's never about me. And I'm always sharing, and I share like just liberally. And that, to me, that's the most important thing. And that's why I think on that independent education topic, that at the end is always about the stylist and about how much you can give to them to take home. And I think that's what leaves that legacy. So
well said. I like that. That's beautiful. Really well done.
Thank you.
Tell me how, we've got a lot of young kids out there watching this too, and they've started their career and they're building a clientele. How did you go about, and what advice can you give to building that colour clientele? Because isn't that what we really do? It is. I mean, sure, we cut as well. I'm not saying we don't do that, but it's the whole thing. It's the cut and the colour. So how can somebody build their colour clientele from behind that chair? What is it you say? All those things.
Well, there's two things for me. First, put your work out there. Whether it's a color. If you're trying to attract clients who want green, purple, rainbow hair, do that hair. Take pictures of it. Whether it's put it on your sister, your mom, your friend, put that out there. Let people know that's what you like to do. Once you put that out there, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, you hashtag that, like if you're in London or something, and you like hashtag London hairstylist, things like that, hashtag fashion color, hashtag whatever, hashtag Guy Tang hair, things like that. So what happens is that people who knows of that type of look are searching for that type of look, whether it's in London or in that city. Just like, like if someone's looking for like a Vidal Sassoon bob, they could hashtag Vidal Sassoon bob, or things like that. I think that helps you attract that type of client that wants an A-line bob, or the client who wants green rainbow hair. I find that that's very important. And then another thing is that I think that having a client is not just, we're not just being service providers. I feel like we have a relationship with our clients. They see us as someone important to them too. So I like to build my relationship with my clients. Like when I leave out of town, for example, and I have to cancel my clients, they literally miss me. They say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. You've been traveling. They want to hear about my stories, and I want to hear about theirs. What have you been doing? Because they care, because you build a relationship where they feel safe in your chair. So I feel that attract the clients you want to attract. To me, that is the true success. It's not trying to attract just everybody because you're a service provider. It's not about providing a service, but it's about being with someone in your chair for whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours, but you have to feel comfortable with them too, because sometimes you have to break up with a client because sometimes you don't connect with that client. And it's not that you don't like them or they don't like you, but you don't click. And it doesn't feel comfortable when they come in. They don't make you feel comfortable and you don't make them feel comfortable because your personalities are opposite. Like they could be a very negative client and they could be saying mean things about you and you don't feel comfortable with them. Or do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We're more than service providers, and I feel that we are life changers.
Yeah.
We sit there, but we are like their therapists. We help them. And sometimes we can't connect with everyone. And I think that that's the hardest thing for most hairstylists is that we try to please everyone, but we forget to please ourselves. We're sitting here trying to be someone we're not sometimes just so we can get that client to come back in our chair. And we spend 2 to 3 hours with that client in misery. We're like, oh gosh, it's her coming back in again.
Exactly.
You know, it shouldn't be you shouldn't dread a client coming in. You should be excited. Yeah. So most of the time, like, I feel really glad that I get to be myself with, you know, the majority of my clients, but then the ones that I don't connect with, I let them, you know, I send them to my friend that does great hair down the street or that they may connect with as well. And that's normal, and it's normal, you know, it's just like
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I love that. So how do you go about saying that to a client?
How do I break up with a client?
Yeah, because I know that'll be the question that comes through when people hear you saying that.
And it varies. It varies. Sometimes, you know, you want to send different signals depending on the client. Like if she's if she's really like aggressive, sometimes I straight up tell them that we're not compatible. You know, I'm really honest with them. That's my personality to begin with. And I said, I know someone who does great hair that you will love. And because you come across more genuine by telling them, they most likely will be okay. I say, this person does great hair. I even show them their Instagram page. This person does J-Lo's hair. You should really go to her. And so I send them politely to them. I said that, you know, I'm too busy. I travel a lot. I can't accommodate your time. I'm no longer taking clients. You know, whatever it is that it is, you can't be honest with them. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're just too busy, you know, and that's just it. And just you can tell them that. So
fantastic.
Because you have to make room to me, success comes with, you have to be happy. To me, that's success. It's not about having 500 clients. It's more about having 100 quality clients.
Yes.
Because you want to feel good.
Who return regularly.
Yes. Yeah. Can you imagine being miserable? And if success means being miserable, then I don't want that. No. You know what I'm saying? So to me, being excited and happy is the most important thing. And trust me, I've learned that along the ways. And so, because it's about your health. If you're not happy, you're unhealthy. Not only does your hair start thinning, your body starts aching, your lower back start hurting, and you start to like, you know, things won't be good. So that's why I said being excited and happy helps this whole entire, you know, your core, your complexion, you know, everything. Being happy brings all that out. So that's priority. That should comes first, you know.
I love you. Yeah. That is just perfect.
That is so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you.
So
that's really good.
Because you're so busy, I mean, doing what you do. How on earth do you get time to, because you obviously work out and look after yourself, how do you fit that into your busy day?
I like to prioritize everything. Like if I'm unable to do 5 clients, then I'll just do 1. You know, because at the ultimate end of the day, in that certain amount of period that we have 24 hours in a day, and we try to sleep at least 6 or 8 hours of it. You know, we try to. Then we also have to eat, and which a lot of us hairstylists forget to eat. I think it's important that we need to eat the time that we need to eat. We need to get enough sleep. We need to take care of our body because that's all we have. Recently, like my shoulders have been hurting really bad, like my rotator cuff. And it's been really, really bad because I blow dry all day. And I realized I am hurting myself because I was working 7 days a week. Like on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm filming, I'm editing. People don't really know how much work goes into the education part of it. And I'm traveling, and right when I land, I go straight to model call. I'm doing hair, and also, I have a team of people, and I want to mentor them to strengthen them to be the best they can be. So not only mentally, is your body becomes I'm so excited that I don't realize that my body's in pain because the adrenaline takes over. So sometimes I have my business partner who would tell me you need to rest. You need to rest. No, you got to stop. You've been working 10 hours already. You need to eat. You need to do this, because sometimes I forget. I forget because I say, I'm so excited. I got to see this color. I got to blow dry it. I got to flat iron her hair. And he always tell me, there is tomorrow. You can flat iron her hair tomorrow. But I say, no, I have to see it now. Because it's so excited. But then what happens is my shoulder starts blowing out, and it's not healthy. And we forget because our passion takes over. We get so excited. And so I think that what I had to do was really prioritize and say, 7 o'clock is when I wake up, and 7:45 is when I go to the gym, and 9:30 is when I leave the gym. Like, I try to prioritize that, and it's kind of hard sometimes. But when you prioritize your health first, your whole life is happy. So I think that that's the ultimate: is choose yourself as to take care of yourself, because that's all you have. That's all you have. You have to take care of your body in order to educate. Because if I don't take care of myself and my health, I wouldn't be able to be healthy enough mentally and physically to share. Because I love to share, and I love to teach and or educate about new products and new techniques as they come out, and I develop new things or whatever. But that comes with caring for myself first. Because you know how they say, you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. You have to love yourself first. Yeah. And then I can share the love with everybody else. Yeah. I can't tell you how to take care of yourself if I can't take care of myself. I can't tell you how to do hair if I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's really important that I practice what I preach. I take care of myself so I can share with my followers how to take care of their health and increase the longevity of their career. Yeah. So,
that is a very good point, and one that isn't really addressed in our industry at all, is it? No. It's a really great point.
And it's about time.
Yeah,
we need
to
take care of ourselves, love ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so where does Guy Tang get your inspiration from? Where do you, all the creative work you do, where do you get your inspiration?
Oh, wow. Usually when I dream, I see things and they come out of nowhere. When I search for new, I would say my visions, when I start searching for, like, I need a new technique or I need a new thing, it doesn't come when I look for it. Like, I get so mad at myself, like I try to find this new way of doing things. It's not there. It's almost like when you're searching for your keys, when you lose them and you can't find it, but when you're not even looking and you're just sitting down, it comes. And so that's what I've learned along the ways. I can't force myself to get inspired. I have to let the inspiration come to me on its own. So what I do is just, when it happens and it surfaces, and then I see a vision in my head, and I go, oh my gosh, and I map it out. I map it out with a head sheet. I go, if I place this formula here, and a second formula here, and if I did it horizontally or diagonally or whatever the case may be, if I use meshes or foils or freehand it or whatever, I see it, and then it comes to life. And then I'll have a friend that I practice on, or a mannequin head, and then I was like, and then usually the first try, sometimes it comes out perfect, but sometimes it doesn't. And then I have to think of a way to perfect it. And I take the things I don't like out of it and try to change it. So I would say the inspiration just come on its own, and not to search for it and try to force yourself to do it. Just let it come, because it will. It always does. Inspiration comes when you least expect it.
Yeah.
So,
it's from that clear mind time, hey? Like you say, when you're asleep, or just that clear mind time. So do you get time to do that? Just sit and just be. Is there time in that for Guy Tang?
There's not much time for that at all, but sleeping is when I'm or when I go find time to get a massage, I literally start booking like what I would say like a time for myself in my schedule. It's like this day is the day I'm going to go get a massage, and I'm going to go get a smoothie, and or I'm going to go walk my dog or whatever. So this is the day that it's me time, and that's usually when the inspiration comes, when I'm not even looking for it. So you just have an aha moment. So
for sure. Speaking of walking your dog, go on, show all our viewers your cute doggy. Is she still at your feet?
She walked up. Mimi, come here.
Because she is so cute.
She is cute. She's a little dirty in the front, but I'll show you her cute little face. Now she's growling.
It's Dave. She doesn't like Dave.
Hello, beautiful.
You're cute.
Yeah,
Isn't
she's
she
beautiful. Yeah.
So you haven't tried to colour her then?
Her tail faded, but we did.
That is beautiful.
She did have like a pastel pink there. It faded, so. She needs a bath, actually. So
she's beautiful.
So yeah, definitely. I think that right now with social media, I think it's really important to stay positive. I think that right now, because of the internet, people feel entitled, and because they have opinions, they put negative things out there, like they're judging everybody. And I think what happens is when you put negativity out there, people see it. Because I remember every positive thing my followers say about me, and I also remember the negative ones. So then sometimes you see the negative ones, and then you'll see them in person, and they act all positive to you, but then you see what they wrote on someone else's page, and you're like, wait, that's not what you said to me in person. But I always remember that. Then you question their motive, and you question them, like, are they being real to me? You know, because sometimes what I do is I reach out to people. Like, I reach out to a lot of my my followers who have become what I call, like, you know, we call it hair besties. So my hair besties is like a community, a family where we all share knowledge with each other, and we meet at the shows, and we become like this whole family, and it's really, really cool. So a lot of my hair besties, they have the hair besties T-shirt, hair besties bracelets, hats, you name it, it's all out there, and it's fun. And I remember them because I let them know how much they inspire me at times when I'm down, because not every day is happy. Some days I'm very stressed. Some days I'm hurt, you know, because of a lot of things, you know, whether it's personal or business. I'm human. So because I'm just as vulnerable as anyone else, I get my feelings hurt too. And then I have the hair besties community who are very close to me. I don't even have to tell them I'm hurt. They know I'm hurt just by the way I talk on my Periscope. They say, you know, I saw this and this, and I feel that you need this and this and this, and they'll send me things to the studio, and 4 days later I'll get something. I think that's really sweet. And or they'll build a community page for me on Facebook, and so they gather together to do so many things, and a lot of times they don't realize how inspirational they are to me, and I let them know how important they are, because they tell me how great I am, but I don't think they realize how much of an impact they create in everybody's lives as well as mine. So I like people to also feel that they are cherished, because it's not about just like, whoa, it's, you know, like it's all about Guy Tang, or it's all about, you know, whoever, someone that they admire, for say, because a lot of times I admire a lot of things they have as well, and I let them know that. So, and it's really cool. Like, I have one that I met in Dallas last week. Her name is Pam McGuire, and she got me this. Yeah, say hi to Pam McGuire. And she got this bracelet for me, and it has like it's very symbolic, and it's about releasing negative energy and pulling in positive energy, and, you know, things like that, because we go through down times and we have our ups and downs, and so it keeps balance in your life. And so she gave me this bracelet to wear. I don't have it on now because it's in my luggage, but it's very meaningful when when this happens. So I think that always be positive. Put that message out there, because you never know. Because my assistant became my assistant because she was positive. She didn't know she was going to work for me. You know, she was just there, and I reached out to her. And then because I see all the positive things she did on social media, and I reached out to her. I was like, hey, would you like to work on set with me? Can you work on stage with me? And then there is one that I became really close friends with, like Nora. And then there's Rebecca. I call her my hair wifey. We used to educate for a hair company together. And so it's just really cool that now we're so close. But it's because they treat me well. And I always remember how nice they treat me online and offline, being authentic in both ways. So then I want to give them that opportunity and that platform to shine on their own as well. So I think it's really important to, with social media, always remember that people are watching you. Not just me, but hair product companies are watching you, which can affect your career if you ever want to be an educator. So always put a positive, the best side of you out. And if there's something that is negative, I think that that's something that you should, sort out first before you put that out on social media.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm talking about this, because this is real. This is real talk. And I think it should not be avoided. I feel like it's not just about me always talking about peppy things, but it's also about me talking about real things and sharing real things with, Salon Opinions, because I feel like everyone has an opinion. But it's also very important to be, uplifting and to lift others up versus bring others down. So
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
and as we say at Salon Opinion, real, honest and raw. And you've got raw on your t-shirt today just for us, hey?
Yeah.
Perfect.
But you don't want it backwards. You don't want it war.
No.
But you don't want it backwards. And that's what I'm saying. It's about you want to be raw and real, but also at the same time, if there's something bad, that's usually something deep rooted that needs to be,
addressed.
Some soul searching needs to be done. So does that make sense?
For sure, and I love what you
It
said.
does,
It's so
yeah.
true, because a lot of people forget that social media, it is real.
Yeah.
It's as real as being in the room with somebody, and I often think, if there was such a thing as an etiquette that we should do on social media, it's if we're writing on someone's wall or whatever that may be, would we say that to that person in the room because it's the same thing? Yeah. It's like walking into their house if we're writing on their wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people forget to introduce themselves sometimes. It's like instead of saying, "Hi, I'm Julie," and I love your work, I would like to, meet you. Or instead of saying something like that, they'll be, "Hey, you."
Really?
Things like that. And so I think that the social media etiquette, I think with the, because people become really lazy of writing, it's almost like texting now. So they're on their phone, instead of like writing to you formally, like in an email, they're going on Instagram and they just, it's almost like they're texting you. So be, "Hey, you, I need this." And I'm like, "Wait, who are you?" What is this? And so I think that the etiquette needs to be there still, because sometimes you could come off like, because we can't read and gauge someone through like a sentence or 2 words. We don't know that they don't mean something. It's not mean to be like mean intentionally. It's just it could be. Unfortunately, people are typing and Instagramming while they're driving. So they could be like in their car sending you a direct message on Instagram, and it comes off wrong. So when you read it, you get offended by it, but we don't realize that it's not that they're trying to be mean. It's just that they're in a rush and they really got to send you this message, and we take it the wrong way. So
they've got to think before they write, just like we're supposed to think before we talk.
And also not to get offended by their message, because maybe we don't know what they're doing. They could be at the gym walking to their car, or they could be, I don't know, running errands or things like that. So
and that's why we want to have the video of you, because you're so inspirational. We couldn't get that across in the story, what you've talked to us about today. So and that's what the video's about.
The written word only gives so much. And sure, we can paint pictures, but that passion can only come through from the person.
From you.
The passion cannot be conveyed through like literal work versus like verbal.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what does the future hold for the fabulous guy Tang? What are your goals? Where do you want to go next? Have you got plans?
Gosh, all of this happened without me really seeing it happen. Never would I dream I would launch a balayage kit with Pravana, or launch a metallic series with Kenra, or a balayage ombre extension line. Never would I dream I'll be traveling internationally. I just got back from London, and it was so much fun. It was probably the most memorable experience ever in my life. People are so nice. And I can't imagine. I mean, I think that we all dream it, but we don't think it could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just can't believe it. So I'm really grateful. I'm really happy about everything that's happened. And if more comes, and I just let it happen on its own. I don't want to be, searching for it and trying to dig for it. I want things to happen on its own, because I feel like everything is meant to be. Because when we try to find things and we try to force our future to happen, I just feel like it's not meant to be that way. I don't want to control the future. I just want to fall into it. I just want to let it happen, and keep being myself, and keep being having fun while I'm doing it, and just let everything fall into place on its own. So,
So what you're saying is follow our heart, and everything will follow, hey?
Yeah. I think a lot of times we stress about our future. We stress about what we want to be. We stress about who we are. We stress about how we should dress for someone or impress people. But what we don't realize is sometimes it's not even being someone we're not that impress them. It's about being ourselves that impress people. It's kind of like, I'm not the type that wears a suit, We
gathered that about you. You always look great.
Thank you. If I wear a suit, all of a sudden, my followers or whoever was like, that's not awkward.
What are you doing?
But there's times when I do want to wear one, but then, I still want to have my character to it. So I feel that letting things fall into place is really important. But, I mean, don't be lazy and expect things to come to you. Definitely put in the hard work. Definitely put in... one of the things I always say is take the stairs and not the elevator. By that, I mean you put in hard work. So that way when you get to the top of the building or whatever it may be, by taking the stairs, you're able to be, you're strengthening your legs, and you're strengthening your core, and you're able to, you have put in the hard work, so you're able to juggle any obstacle that comes in the way. But when you take the elevator, you're just like, push the button, and you get to where you need to be. Up there, it's hard. Whatever you have to battle up there, you're not able to handle it because you didn't fight to get there. So I feel that building your strength, fighting your way to get to, whatever it is, by climbing, you're able to endure and stand up for yourself, because when you get to where you want to be, it comes with lots of challenges. It comes with lots of adversity. To face what is going to happen, you have to go through a lot of adversity.
Yes.
Because you will fall.
The muscle, hey?
Yeah. Because if you're taking an elevator, as fast as you go up, it'll be as fast as you may go down. You know what I'm saying?
And I imagine there's people that say to you, oh, you're so lucky, Guy. You've got all these followers. There's not a lot of luck so much in it, is it? It's climbing those stairs, hey?
Yeah. Even though I'm telling you that it's everything happened organically, but it didn't happen overnight. I've been doing education and videos and working for a company, like I told you, for 7 years prior to. So... And I've been talked down to, yelled at, people telling me I can't be who I am. I went through all of that to finally even be who I am today, but never would I thought I would be where I am today. It just happened on its own because I follow my heart. I follow and be authentic and real to who I am versus letting people change me. And it's not like I'm a big rebel. It's not like I'm out there saying, I'm rebelling against everybody. I'm not rebelling against people. I was just wanting to be me. And that's it. Just let me be myself. Let me do the hair I do. Let me talk the way I want to talk. And that's all I wanted, was just to be myself. And, corporately, a lot of people don't want you to be yourself. So, because it's too much. And so, like I said, just climb the stairs.
Yeah. And interestingly, you know, being yourself is actually what the market is demanding out there. You know, you with your social media and your popularity is just massive right now, and deservedly so. You know, it's like us with our magazine. It's just started with a passion, and here we are in these global awards. We just couldn't believe it when that happened. Yeah. So what's actually happened is the market is dictating, you know, who they want to see now, and that's kind of cool. Yeah,
it is really cool, and we give them what they want.
Yeah,
and that's it. You know, so
fantastic, Guy. We could talk to you all day. I kid you not. I've got so many questions still in my mind, but look, maybe we'll do that another time. And sure, next time we're in West Hollywood, hopefully you may be there at the same time, and we can come and see you. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Do let me know.
Yeah, so. For sure, because we are there from time to time.
We've actually been twice this year.
Yeah.
Haven't we?
Yeah. And we stay along there on Santa Monica Boulevard, our favourite place. Yeah. Got all our favourite little coffee places. Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely know when you're here. So
for sure. Look, thank you so much, and I know our viewers who are watching this.
I'll be in Australia next year. I think it's in
fantastic.
June. I'll be in Australia in June.
Are you coming for Hair Expo? Is that what it's for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Well, that'll be great. We'll look forward to that for sure. Yeah, most definitely.
So
but look,
down and maybe come down
we'll
and
meet
see
up.
you down there. Probably in
So
Sydney or Melbourne.
We'll show you around.
And another thing I say is that, you know, I think they could also follow me on YouTube, because I release a video every Friday, so they're very informative. Yeah. So Guy Tang Hair. Yes. So free education, new products, new techniques every Friday, and also vlogging. And I vlog my journey to share with my followers, and also on Instagram and Facebook and Periscope. Yay! So,
thank you so much. You've just been awesome in your sharing, and look, we just love you to bits, as do millions of other people in our industry.
Yeah, I think the information you've given is going to help so many hairdressers.
So many
just
people.
So inspirational, and just yourself. Yeah, that's just beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Guy.
Thank you.
Mwah. Mwah.
Hello to all the hairdressers and lads. I'm here with Ruta. Yay!
Alright guys, so here is the finished result.
Today is another exciting day of paranormal hairtivity. What you guys think? Leave some comments below. Thumbs up, follow me. Love you guys.
So real. So real.